will present to you a logistic and supply chain management method. So we will introduce to you a technology that most of you have frequent with but doesn't know what it is. It is RFID. It is basically an abbreviation for radio frequency identification. This technology works in a way that it embeds the information about the product inside, like the product origin, the product expiry date, etc. inside. So how it works is that it has three components. First is the physical tag, then the reader, which will read the information inside the tag. In order for the reader to read the information, there will be a predefined language that only the reader can understand. So many of you have misunderstood about the barcode, the mix between RFID and barcode. Barcode is similar to RFID, but it is less sophisticated. For RFID, it has more information and can rewrite information. This means that for barcode, the moment you enter the information, product information is already there. You cannot erase it or change it. But then for RFID, you can. And also for barcode, you have to directly point the optical reader at the barcode. However, but for RFID, you don't have to. You can line up all the products with the RFID tag and read everything at one time. It increases the speed because it has a longer reading range. And barcode, usually you can see it outside, but then you can't see RFID outside. So barcode will subjected to wear and tear, but not RFID. So now we will show you a video clip about the benefits of the use of RFID in normal day use. On your table there will be a sheet of paper where you can fill in the different benefits you can find from the videos.
Do you ever wonder what's happening with the logistics in your supply chain? This is Sally, and I'd like to discuss 4 important problems that occur in logistics and supply chains which are easily remedied with RFID. The first is efficient and timely movement of goods to the desired destination. RFID facilitates the coordinated movement of items from inside your 4 walls to the dock and ultimately onto the correct carrier. We do this by reading RFID tags on the goods to stage them and confirm proper routing. Your RFID infrastructure can automatically track and alert of any delays en route. It can even generate an electronic advanced shipping notice to allow automatic receiving at the destination, making shipping fast, error-free and simple. The second is having staff with incomplete knowledge about supply chain inventory levels and replenishment status of items en route. RFID provides instant inventory audits with the press of a button, avoiding too little or too much. Logistics relies on many repetitive tasks such as place and pick operations. And since people aren't perfect, these human-directed activities sometimes create errors. RFID catches these errors early in the process and also minimizes expediting tasks and buffer stock. Managing the capacity, staging, and number of pieces in the logistics fleet is a difficult and time-consuming manual process. RFID trend data for use of the fleet and its location allows for much better modeling. It's now possible to determine the point at which the total cost of operating the fleet, plus the expense of stockouts, lost business, and equipment repositioning costs, is minimized. And there's more that RFID can do for you. Imagine real-time graphical computer screens automatically updated during the workday to show the status for hot orders, economic reorder quantities, or other key performance metrics to help you perform better. An important fringe benefit of RFID is a lot more science and analytics can be applied to supply chain throughput and management to make happy customers. An RFID system, such as Trackstar, provides up to a 30% reduction in late orders, a 65% increase in correct paperwork with the order, 100% elimination of shipping to the wrong destination, 99% decline in errors for pick-and-place operations, and a 65% decrease in labor for non-value-added tasks. The domino effect for this improvement includes less buffer stock and a much faster supply chain.
After viewing the video, you already know that there are so many benefits of RFID. But then we think that there are four. We will discuss the four main important benefits of that. Because all the information are embedded inside the tag, and so we will know the level of stock, when we need to refill, when the expiry date, etc. The manager will then, this will reduce stock out. The manager will then make a real-time decision and improve. He can locate where the product is, where he needs it, and thus all of that will increase efficiency. RFID is not a miracle technology for sure. It has also the costs and the downside of that. We will then discuss it, and my teammate will lead you through this part.
Just like Han already says, RFID is not a miracle technology. It also has this downside. The first one is that there's no RFID standard. The company usually include the information they need in the tag, and there's no specific requirements of the information input. The second one is RFID is still a costly technology, especially in comparison to barcode technology. The third one is that it's difficult to troubleshoot the problems happen in RFID because the tag stays within the goods itself. Therefore, if problem happens and people want to show it, they have to unpack the goods or products to solve the problem. Finally, RFID technology involves the use of radio frequency. Therefore, their device can be vulnerable to electrostatic discharge that use the same frequencies. We already know about the pros and cons of RFID, so we'll turn into how the RFID can help us in solving the problems. Just like what we see on the videos, RFID can help us increase on-time shipment, as the gate can help us to keep track whether the goods is delivered on time or late. Therefore, if you can keep track on that, there will be less time that you receive the good late. The second one is that you can reduce the paperwork because all the information needed are contained within the tag. Therefore, the paperwork will be less, and obviously less work paper errors. Pick-and-place operations is also eliminated in these situations because the RFID usually involves the use of two types of things, like the gate that you can see from the videos and the portable device, which can help you to keep track on the goods and product for not picking or placing it. And all the three things are certified. You can have better scheduling and consolidations of goods. Now I will present to you how a company can successfully apply RFID. The company that our team chose is the Sysmo, and is a wine company located in California. One interesting fact is that understanding the barrier characteristics and attributes can affect the wine flavor, because each barrier can affect the wine flavor for approximately 2 years, so understanding the barrier characteristic and attribute is critical for the company. And Sysmo decided to use an overall tag of RFID, which contains 240 bytes of data. Within the tag, they include the date and time of harvesting, as well as the specific types of grapes harvest. And from the tag, they can read the vineyard's origins, is the way the products where the grape comes from among 6 of the variants. The bluff, its price range, the buckles, and 3 others. Also, they can tell the blend of the grapes in each barrel due to the date and times of harvesting are already recorded. With the implication of RFID, they can generate more than 40 testing notes, like 208 Chardonnays and 209 Botella. This tank is attached to the barrel with a silicone adhesive, and prior to the implication of RFID, they can only manage the products in the group barrels, and the movement of each barrel is marked with chalk. But now, with the RFID, tons of paper instructions are eliminated. They can have decision making faster, and further informations are already contained within the data. They can control the information matters and more efficient information managing. Recently, the company appeared in a movie called Sideways and gained significant publicity. Therefore, the RFID technology can help them for the future business expansion. Predict and control the white test is also one benefit of RFID in these situations, because you can make immediate change as the ingredients to the barrels. And because pick and place operations are eliminated, they can reduce physical damage as well. RFID technology can only help them with that, but can also help them with adapting with the changes. In 2005, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration required all the producers of beverage to report the origins of all ingredients and additives, and because the tag already includes the specific type of grape they harvest, as well as the place they harvest is from and the date and time of harvesting, Sysmog was able to track comprehensively and easily meet the requirement. Now I will pass to Han to talk to you about how a local company can apply RFID.
Thank you. So our local application will be for a pharmacy operating in Hanoi. It is Mngt Pharmacy. It is a chain of 5 different pharmacies located around the Hanoi area. So why do we think that pharmacy is suitable to use, RFID is suitable to use in pharmacy? It's because the three important characteristics of the products used by pharmacy. The first one is an essential goods. Medication is very important for everyone and it is frequently used. But the main factor that makes us think that RFID will help control the stock effectively is the expiry date. If we the pharmacy sell a medication that is already expired, it is not only harmful for the customer, it will affect the reputation of the pharmacy. So because of that, we think the users for RFID in this pharmacy. There are 3 main users. The first one is the level of stock. The second one is the origin of medication, and the last one will be the expiry date. The first one, because all the information about the medication is recorded inside the tag, as we said before, the manager in Mngt Pharmacy can know when the level of stock decrease and can refill it quickly. Next thing, we cannot sell a product that is expired soon. That will not be good for the reputation of pharmacy. So we will push the products with the earlier expiry date to the front shelf and then the later one. And lastly, the origin of medication. After an interview with the manager of Mngt Pharmacy, we know that the pharmacy does not just take the medication from one supplier, they take from many. That's why they need to know the origin of medication in case this certain type of medication has problem, for example, counterfeit product or some defect with the medication. Of course, we know that it is costly for small pharmacy, but then that is just the initial cost. As the pharmacy grows, it will decrease over time. And for terms of pharmacy, it already has 5 different pharmacy chain. Is the level of stock is huge. It needs to effectively control that. So the cost, of course, is costly, but then they already include barcode inside their store. So RFID is just an upgrade from barcode to that. So we think that by using RFID, we can help to improve on the troubleshoot problems. This, as you can see from this picture, it's hard to tell where is the counterfeit product, especially from drugs. We only know that when somebody come down for the pharmacy and say that this drug is counterfeit, or the customer use and has some implication on their health. In this case, the pharmacy has to bear the problem. So the pharmacy will know who the supplier is and stop taking supply from that supplier, and also report that to the authority. Next one, we can quickly refill the stock when it's needed. For frequently used medication, for example, Panadol, your eye drop, or other medication, daily use medication, is run out very quickly. So we need to quickly refill that to satisfy customer demand. And lastly, it reduces human error. As you know, the input of information is very repetitive, and is a lot of paper handling work. So by using RFID, we can reduce all that, and human error will be eliminated. It will be minimized, and all the errors will be minimized. Especially important in this industry, because all we want to do is to take care of the customer health, and a wrong information about the medication can in fact impact on the customer health. So that, in conclusion, we think that RFID is an efficient and effective way of managing stock, and it's because it has comprehensive data storage. It can be used in a long lifespan, and many industry can apply it, especially for chemical industry. So that's the end of our presentation. Thank you for listening.